Hey everybody, how are you? So today's video is actually going to be me showing you the techniques of how to apply the Keratherapy professional treatments. So I had done a video previously to help you learn which choice is the best choice for your guest. And of course, just to recap, it's a consultation with your client to find out their needs and what they're looking to achieve, and then making the right choice. So now we've made the right choice. Now I want to show you the proper technique. So I'm so excited because we're all getting ready to go back into work again. And I know we're all dying to see our clients, and our clients are looking for us to help them with solutions. And Keratherapy actually is amazing year-round because not only does it help with curl and volume reduction, that doesn't go away any time of the year. Some of our clients have hair that's so voluminous and expansive that, you know, I would pay top dollar for, but, you know, they're looking to condense. So that's helpful. It's going to strengthen your hair, it's going to nourish, and it actually grows better. I find that my clients, now this isn't a Keratherapy claim, this is my own claim, but I observe that my clients, their hair actually grows better because they're getting some strength and nourishment to their hair. So anyway, but we are coming to peak humidity season, and this will be your saving grace. So let me just tell you about Extreme Renewal. Extreme Renewal is the first one we're going to talk about, that it's going to reduce your curl maybe about 50 or so %, give or take. And it's nice if somebody has fine to medium hair, it's a good solution for them. So say you have a client who comes in and they say, I don't want to get rid of all my curl, I want to keep some. This is awesome, the Extreme Renewal. Our next one is our Extreme Cream de Cocoa, which smells amazing. Cocoa, it smells like chocolate pudding to me. So anyway, this is a little bit stronger than the Extreme. So this around 50, this around 70% curl reduction. So guys, this is going to be done in the same way. So we're gonna do a 2-for-1 video. So the techniques that I'm about to show you is the same for the Extreme, and it's the same for the Extreme Cream de Cocoa. So we'll talk more as I go through, okay? So the first thing what I'm gonna do, I'd like to introduce my little friend here. She's had a fun night, right? So she's a little tattered, and we're gonna make her beautiful today. But what we do to start our guests, you wanna make sure that you use the right prep treatment. And I've had people ask me, can I use any chelating shampoo? And the answer is no, and I'll tell you why. Because not all chelating shampoos are created equal. So this has a pH of 8.5, and if you see my video, you know that already, but we need a pH of 8.5 to help open the cuticle. And I have researched other chelating shampoos, and they might be like a pH of 5.0 or so, or a 6. So the idea is to open the cuticle, everybody, and to remove, this is chelating at the pH of 8.5, the Clean Start. And I have to tell you, with how nourishing this is, it's really easy to comb through my guest's hair because we're not gonna condition, because what would that do? That would close the cuticle back down. So first thing we're gonna do is shampoo with Clean Start. Oh, and the other thing I'm gonna do at the end of this video, underneath, you're gonna see some mile markers. So maybe I might have, you know, at 10 minutes, we're gonna do blow dry. At 15 minutes, we're gonna do some ironing techniques. So look on the mile markers, just click on that and it'll take you to the section that you need to know. So, okay, here we go. I'm gonna go shampoo. Okay, everybody, I am back from washing my guest here. And again, I use the Clean Start, which has a pH of 8.5. and it's chelating and it preps the hair. And I have to say, this is the best chelating shampoo I've ever used because it's actually easy to comb through. One of the things I like to use is, this is meant for blow dry, but I have to say this is one of the best. I use this as a wet brush in the salon. It has a nice rubber grip. It's a Keratherapy brush, but I love it to use on my guests to comb out their hair, and it combs it out so quickly. The longest, most dense head of hair, I find this is my best tool. So I combed my hair through. We're going to start with 50% towel dried hair. So you're gonna take I find like when my towel is saturated, I go get a clean, dry towel and keep drying till I'm at about 50%. If the hair dries while you're doing a Keratherapy keratin smoothing system, I just take a spray bottle and just mist it a little bit, the section again, like if I get to the front and say it's dry, just dampen it a little bit. Okay, so the other thing is you're going to make 3 to 4 sections, top of the head to behind the ear, and then from the ear back. Now I have 3 here, so let me just tell you, I find 3's really easy if the hair's longer, because I can just take this down and pop it back up, take my section, boom, 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 easy. But sometimes the hair's too short, because I do have short guests. I have people with an inch hair. I've done, as long as I get a flat iron in there, I'm good. So if your client has a short bob, you may need 4 sections. So it's up to you, 3 to 4. Okay, so now we're gonna start applying our product. Okay, so next, I put some cream de coco into my application bowl. It's the same thing with the extreme, but I decided just to use one product just for ease, because it's the same rules. So guys, I just put a little bit of product in my bowl. I don't need a ton, like maybe an ounce for a whole head for an average size head, but a little bit at a time is good, because you don't want to overuse your product, because it's very easy just to keep adding a little more, and you don't want to waste product, because once it hits the air, you don't want to put it back into the bottle. Okay, so we're going to try and use the proper amount on the head. So, oh, the other thing I want to show you guys too, I think this is really cool. So this is the Keratherapy bowl. Can you guys see? Okay, where's the thing? There we go. It has little teeth, and let me just show you. So say you get too much product on your brush and you're like, oh shoot. All you do is drag this through, and see, it catches the excess product, and then you don't have too much on your brush, and that's gonna save you in the end too with how it's gonna feel on your client's hair. So I'm gonna show you how to start applying. So you want to start with as much as comfortably fits into your hand. We're not gonna apply this, guys, onto the skin, right? This is a treatment for the hair. So we're not gonna go up and brush it onto the scalp. We're gonna start about a 1/4 inch away. And we do a dab paint technique. So I'm dabbing it up towards the scalp. I dab the product on, and then I wanna brush through the ends. And then all I do is massage it in, and I want to massage it up towards the scalp. And then this is the Keratherapy comb, which is heat resistant. So I actually love this. Look at the teeth on this. It's like the perfect spacing. They're not too tight, they're not too far apart. And so this is one of your best tools for gauging how much product you're putting on, that you're not putting on too much, is using the comb. So you can see you're gonna have a little bit of product that's gonna, of course, accumulate on the comb. But when you end up with a ton of product on here, you wanna cut back on the amount that you're using. And if that ever happens, all you're gonna do is take from the section above and comb it through, and that's gonna help take some of that excess product off. But by not putting too much product on your brush, you know, just kind of dabbing it onto the little edge here is really neat. So we're just gonna come over here and do the same. Tilt her down so you can see a little better. Okay, again, a 1/4 inch away from the scalp. I like to put my fingers underneath. It kind of helps. And holding this in my hands, I kind of just glide my hands down the hair. You see how I'm just like allowing it to slide? So I'm just applying about every inch or so. And you really just want to get those ends, because that's what really needs it, isn't it? Their hair gets so, it's the oldest hair on the head. It gets so dehydrated, exposed to environmental factors, and now it's getting all these nourishing ingredients. So guys, I'm going to turn this on to hyper speed, and we're going to go right through the head, okay? And I'll talk as we go. Okay, so now we've taken our guests from out underneath of the dryer, removed the cap, they've processed for 15 minutes. So guys, we just begin blow drying. That is our very next step. So I'm showing you now, I am using the Keratherapy vent brush, and you can see that it actually curves to the shape of the head. It makes this blow dry very easy. So what we want to do right here, everybody, is remove the moisture to about 90% or so. If you have a client who, say, has very coarse, naturally curly hair, I sometimes forego the vent brush and go right into, I use the square Keratherapy brush, which I'm going to show you in a minute, because what it does, that square shape gives the hair an amazing tension so that you can get the hair as smooth as possible. Because guys, it's really important to get the hair as smooth as possible. So what I just showed you here, as you approach, say you're wrap drying the hair, see I give my wrist a little flick there, and I continue, I start from the scalp, but then once I get off the head, wrist flick, and then you can just continue right down the hair strand. So next I'm showing you, we're beginning to use, say I've blow dried the hair about 80 to 90%. I'm just gonna take smaller sections and do a very neat blow dry with my square Keratherapy brush, but if you have a round brush, that's totally fine. This is just my preference, and it works really well. So this next trick I want to show you too. So see those black stripes on, I'm showing you the medium and the large brush. So what I'm going to do is heat up the core just to show you. When you reach the proper temperature of heat, you're going to see, watch the lines disappear. It's like a little magic trick. So you had those black lines and it's going to turn white. So you're heating up the brush so you have internal heat at the core and where you're doing your blow dry, and also with the heat of the blow dryer. Pretty cool. This next step in using the round brush is to really smooth the hair as smooth as possible, because guys, we want the work to be done in getting the hair smooth truly during the blow dry, not necessarily with the flat iron. That tool in the next step, the flat iron, is used to set in the keratin smoothing system into the hair. So right now I'm just making sure I get the hair nice and smooth and pretty as possible. You can see right here I'm getting the hair nice and tight by wrapping the hair in the opposite direction and pulling it nice and straight and aiming my blow dryer down towards the root where it's nice and straight. So that's a great trick, guys, if you have somebody whose hair is very super curly down near the root, to get it as smooth as possible. I'll show you it again in a second, but it's a great tool. So I'm getting it nice and flat. See how the curve of the brush is nice and flat? I can get the hair nice and smooth. And the other thing that you're going to see is I don't place my blow dryer right on top of the brush. I'm holding it about an inch above. So here I go, wrapping it in the opposite direction. Notice the tension and how straight it gets down towards the scalp. So this is very helpful. So keep that little tip in your back pocket. All right, everybody, we're just going to continue around the head in the same fashion, taking sections big enough that are comfortable for you to blow dry and manage. So moving to the top of the head, I just wanted to show you, very importantly, to blow dry the hair away from the face, not towards the face. And it's okay to get a little bit of volume and lift by over directing the hair. It's all up to you and your guest, but just wanted to share this tip with you. Starting to look really good. So I just want to take you on to our next section, which is flat ironing. So it's really important, guys, to take small and controllable sections and to keep an eye, make sure that you get every single hair on the head flat ironed evenly, because you know what's going to happen if you miss a spot. So the rest of the hair is going to be sleek, smooth, and shiny, and then you'll have a spot that might frizz. So we're just setting you up for success. Small controllable sections. And what I'm actually going to do, let me just take this down just a little. There we go. That's better, right? So I'm going to talk to you first about the kind of flat iron. We need a titanium flat iron. Titanium gives you nice even heat, and this Keratherapy actually has really pretty rose gold plates. I'm not exactly sure of the price, but it's really reasonable. It has a rubber grip on the outside, which makes it very easy, and also a little thumb grip right here. So what I'm going to actually do is take my flat iron, and you want to hold the hair 90 degrees from the head. So you're going to hold it basically when we're down here out towards your belly button, comb it smooth. And I find that, let me get this a little closer for you. I like to go back and down towards the scalp, and I'm going to open and close at 90 degrees because you know what, guys, that allows me to get as close as I can to the head, and by opening and closing it releases the heat so that we don't burn our guest, and that's important too. So then I'm going to go, now some people like to go quick passes. I like slow and controlled because I can see how the hair's coming along, and this is actually our monitor to know when it's complete is when it's smooth and silky and shiny. So when the hair looks and feels amazing, and you can feel that cuticle's nice and flat, and maybe you might get down towards the end, oh, it feels good up here, but maybe it needs a little bit more down here. You can feel it's a little endy. So I just kind of very lightly go through those ends. I'm gonna come over here. Make sure you get every hair that wasn't flat ironed. And guys, the other thing too, when you first start doing it, feel the section that you just did. It's gonna feel so silky like glass, and then you can feel the product on the hair that we just blow dry. And so when you feel the transition where you can feel the product on the hair till it just feels like smooth, healthy, shiny hair, then you know you're done. So up against the scalp and all the way through. So I didn't tap on that section because we just showed you that, right? Remember, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pull the flat iron. Okay, so say we want to get some volume into our client's hair. So we've tapped, right, just to make sure. So you can kind of over direct a little bit and then come back around. Over direct and come back around. Over direct and come back around. And then take your comb and just kind of follow it through. But see the kind of height I got in there for your guest? So pretty cool, huh? All right. Okay, everybody, doesn't she look good? Yeah, her hair looks so much better, and we got some nice volume by the way that we did the technique on the top. So I just want to go over some points just as a little reminder, just to refresh your mind before you go. And so guys, today we actually did the Extreme Renewal Cream to Cocoa, but the same rules apply for the Extreme Renewal. So if you recall, we began by using the Clean Start shampoo, and this is a pH of 8.5. So guys, remember, this opens up the cuticle. So, and it prepares for the keratin treatment. But if you have a client who comes in and she's getting hair color that day, well, you're gonna wanna use a different shampoo than the Clean Start, because this opens the cuticle and you don't wanna mess with their beautiful new color, and the hair's already open, right? Because you colored their hair. So instead, you would use a Keratherapy moisture shampoo, color protect shampoo. Just make sure all of the color's out, and you take them back to your chair, comb them out, and then you remember you're gonna towel blot until the hair's 50% dry. So then remember, we go through the application process, 3 to 4 partings in the head. Then we're going to do 1/4 to 1/2 inch sections depending on the density of the hair. We had the dab paint method, right, to keep from over applying the product, because with Keratherapy, less is more. So we're done our application. So for extremely resistant hair, or if somebody wants maximum benefits, you're gonna cap them and place them under a medium heat dryer for 10 to 15 minutes. You're done that, you bring them over to your chair, and guys, you just start blowing dry. So remember the wrap dry first to remove most of the moisture. Once you get most of the moisture out, you can use your round brush or your square brush. So you get their hair nice and smooth. It's really good to remove as much curl and as you can with the blow dry, because we want the blow dry to straighten the hair and get out as much as you can and not do all that work with the flat iron. As smooth as possible. Then we begin flat ironing, either 3 to 4 sections, just like we did before. Remember, 1/4 to 1/2 inch sections, also depending on the density of the hair. And remember, we're looking for smooth and shiny. If you get to a part where you're feeling and all of a sudden it feels like a little rough, just run the flat iron over a couple more times and see if that makes a difference. So remember, also 90 degrees away from the head. And so once your client is finished, make sure that you really communicate that not getting the hair wet, no swimming, no shampooing, no sunglasses, bobby pins, anything like that that's going to dent the hair, ponytail holders, for 48 hours until they shampoo again. So I'm excited to tell you next about what your clients can do at home, because the cool thing with Keratherapy, I'm going to show you some of the Keratherapy styling products, because you can actually get volume into the hair, you can get curl, and I know in the past I've used other keratin lines years and years ago, and I would put curls in my hair after and they would fall right out, and not with Keratherapy. I mean, the curls hold better, I think, because it's hydrated and it's stronger. So anyway, it's been fun, and I'll see you in a second and show you a little bit about the styling product options. Okay, hope you had fun too. Okay guys, as promised, I am going to be showing you a few of the Keratherapy styling products and just a few little other products that I love for you to use behind your chair. And this isn't just for people who have had the keratin smoothing treatment by Keratherapy. This is for anybody, because all these products help resist humidity and each have incredibly nourishing ingredients that will benefit the hair. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about the keratin infused hairspray from Keratherapy. It's firm hold, and it provides a weightless layer of humidity resistance for your guests. So it's fantastic coming into summer, and also during the winter. I also find that there's a lot of moisture in the air with the snow, precipitation, things of that nature. So I find that as I layer this as well, I will get added hold. So this is a nice little go-to. And also I use this for updos and weddings. So we're coming upon wedding season. Next in line is my nourishing styling foam from Keratherapy. So honestly, just a few little pumps has a lot of hold, but it's nice. It's lightweight to work with, and you can use it on your guests who need more volume into their hair. It's really nice to blow dry in. But also, guys, if you have a guest who has naturally curly hair, but this helps to give you the frizz-free result and curl definition. So this is our volume foam. And guys, I talked to you already about the daily smoothing cream. And guys, this is a heat activated blow dry treatment that will take your guests through for several days with frizz-free hair until they wash their hair again. And so guys, this also helps to protect your hair from environmental factors. It leaves your hair feeling so soft and luscious and beautiful and incredible shine. So we also have argan oil. And guys, this is so lightweight. It helps to add manageability to the hair, but it's not heavy. It just gives you a lot of shine and nourishment to your hair. And this is amazing. This is called Rapid Rescue. What this does, everybody, is this has macadamia nut oil in it, and it's so light. And this is a really neat thing to do on your clients, just to kind of show a before and after. If you have somebody whose hair is kind of dull and lifeless, to just take a little bit, shake it up, and almost just give it a new bottle here. Little mist. And I just even scrunch it in. Oh, the smell. It smells like fruit. But it just gives the hair this beautiful, luxurious feel and improvement instantly. It's like an instant fix for the hair, called Rapid Rescue. Products that I wanted to talk about that I think are pretty neat, that are prep for your hair. These are kind of the last that I talked to with this purple line is more like a styling line. This I find, guys, that I like to use before I even begin my blow dry. And the one is a Color Protect blow dry spray. And you can kind of see how it separates. You want to shake this up, spray it into the hair, comb it through, and blow dry the hair. So this is going to give you faster blow dry time, but it also repels humidity. It protects your hair against humidity for the day. You can use this by itself, or you can actually use it as a prep and add on another product for more frizz protection. Or if you decide that you want volume, you can use the volume foam with this. And also, and I'm going to tell you about this in a second, it's our root boost. So that's our Color Protect blow dry spray. We have also our 20-in-1 leave-in treatment. Guys, I love this because this has caviar extract in it and a number of botanicals and does everything you want from repair. It helps to restructure the hair from the inside over time. Like I find as I use this over time, that hair actually improves. And so it's nothing that you have to rinse out. It's not heavy. I have very fine hair. I use this by itself when I want to blow dry my hair, and it feels amazing. The other product that I started to talk to you about was the Root Boost from Keratherapy, and this is so neat. So say you apply like either the 20-in-1 or the blow dry, and that's going to help eliminate frizz. But this you can spray at your roots and get amazing volume. And I know some root boosters have a tendency to be sticky and make it difficult to blow dry. Not this. This is so easy, and it's just like somebody blew air into the hair. It just gives you such beautiful volume. So this is typically applied to damp hair, but I have to tell you my own personal trick that if I ever feel like I need a little bit of extra volume to my hair, the new container. Like I can take, like if my hair is straight, you can see, I mean, I just added a little bit, but I can actually put a little bit of this in my hair if I'm wearing my hair straight one day and I just feel like I want a little refresh. And my hair, I have naturally curly hair, so it has a tendency to kind of just give it a little bump, and I just love it. So anyway, typically roots and blown dry, but that's just one of my tricks that I do for myself. And the other thing is I just wanted to talk about is the leave-in conditioner. So guys, this is a really nice detangler for your guests, and it adds moisture, a nice hydration to the hair, and gives manageability and shine, and your hair will look even repaired with just this blown dry into the hair. But I love to layer this with other products. So those are just a few ideas of things that you can use from Keratherapy that are my faves. So I hope you all have enjoyed the video, and thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in person real soon. Bye.